sending positive vibes, thoughts and vibes to all as we enter the what can I do to raise my grade season. So as after Thanksgiving break, we all had an opportunity to be with our families, with our friends, hang out, have fun. And for those students who did not use that break as an opportunity to catch up on some assignments, this is the time of the year where it's real. Students are coming to the realization, if they haven't already, that there's only a limited amount of time remaining in the semester for them to get everything that needs to be done. Papers, assignments, exams for finals, studying for finals, missed work that wasn't completed before. I had a student come in today asking me, is it too late to turn in our missing assignments? And for me in my class, no, it's not too late. But for some classes, it may be too late. So today I wanted to talk about what can we do at this point of the semester when students are, struggling to finish out the end of the year and, hopefully pull up some grades, end of the semester on a good note, have a good final GPA, whether it be to keep that scholarship, whether it be to get into a program, whether it be to stay in your program. There's a lot that can be at stake. So that's be my tip. Like, realize what is at stake and keep going, keep pushing, keep doing all that you can until the end of the semester. Have conversations with professors. Get whoever is on your team, your success team, to help get you some accountability with regard to what you need to get done and when you need to get it done. One of the strategies that we teach students is to make a list of everything for each of the class, go class to class to see everything that you need to do for each of those classes. But that's not it. The list is not going to be it. After you make that list, you need to schedule time in whatever scheduling system that you use, whether it be your phone, whether it be a calendar, whether it be whatever you use, a wall calendar, a personal calendar, set reminders on your phone to make sure you get done everything that you need to get done in time for the end of the semester. Another strategy or another thing that when you're doing that strategy that's important is to realize that willpower is something that will run out as the day progresses. So the things, there's a saying that, if you have to eat an elephant or if you have to eat a frog, the best thing to do is to start early and start with the biggest one. So for that strategy, you need to start early with those assignments that you have been putting off and start making sure that if you need to get up early and get it done, but make sure you do those things earlier in the day. That way you can check that off your list, because it's less likely as the day progresses that you'll have more willpower to get it done. So do the things that are most difficult for you to get done earlier in the day. After you've made your list, schedule out. What are you going to do Monday morning? What are you going to do Tuesday morning? What are you going to do Wednesday morning? During those periods of breaks in your day, when are you going to get the reading done? When are you going to start studying for that final that you're really, on the brink? You're between a B and a C, or a C and a D, or a D and an F. What are those areas where you need to focus all of your time and energy to make sure your end of the semester is going to be as good as possible? Students are lacking motivation at this point in the semester. I know we all are lacking motivation in the semester with the time change. You get sleepy, you want to lay in bed, you don't want to necessarily do what you want to do. So that's where you need to think about how your body works and know that, when you wake up in the morning, usually that's the period of time where you have the most energy. So use that time strategically. Also, you need to talk to your professors if you haven't done so at this so far this semester, and have that conversation about what's going to be on the final exam. How much is it going to count? Like, what do I need to do? That conversation about what do I need to do to raise my grade is a serious conversation. Sometimes it is possible. Sometimes parent or teachers are understanding or more lenient. So it is possible if you have that conversation with the professor. You never know until you actually have that conversation with the professor. So have that conversation with your professor. If you need an extension, sometimes maybe they'll give you an extension. If you have, if you're not clear on what specifically on the assignment, or not clear on what specifically you need to do in a paper or an assignment or an exam, have that conversation, get clear on what needs to be done, and actually make it happen, make a plan for having it happen. Also, accountability is going to be important for you all. So sometimes if you make an appointment with a tutor, either a writing tutor or a student to help you get organized, that will motivate you, because you usually don't want to, although you can, come to your writing appointment without a draft or something to write work on. So if you have an appointment that's coming up on Thursday, usually will motivate you to get started and write something down, or get started with regard to what specifically you need to focus on for that tutoring session. Same thing with a subject. If you haven't really looked at the material that you need to study for, you won't come to the tutoring session with questions on, what you're not clear on, or which specifically you need help with. So even making an appointment with a tutor can be like the first step with regard to getting you started. So making sure that you're making progress on something on your to-do list every day, and having a plan for what you're going to do on each day until the end of the semester is going to be key for you to be successful at the semester. Most students have at least a month off in between the fall and the spring semesters. So that's going to be sometimes a motivating force. Like if you're running a race and you're at the last stretch of the race, this is where we are at this point of the semester, I used to run cross country in high school, and I was not a long distance runner at all. I definitely ran track, and I was good at track, but I was not a long distance runner. We ran at Belmont Park here in Philadelphia. And so what you would do in Belmont Park cross country is you would run around, and then you would run into the woods. Or I think it was a short distance, and then you would run into the woods and no one could see you. So I would run, and then when we got into the woods, I would walk, because I wasn't a long distance runner. And the majority of the terrain was inside, so no one really saw you. So I really wasn't running. But when you came out of the woods, like the last stretch, it was like open and everybody saw you. So I would put all of my sprinting energy and effort at the end of the race. So this is what you need to do at the end of the semester. You need to put all of your energy, all of your motivation, all of your focus to finish out the semester strong. Figure out what you need to do and get it done. So that is all I wanted to talk about for today. Just giving you that motivation, figuring out, all that you need to do and all that you can do to make sure that you end your semester on a good note. So that's it. I'm glad to be back. I've been gone for a minute, so I'm glad to be back. I'm excited about the end of the semester. I have a lot of things coming up. I've been teaching a class, so sorry I have not been as active as I wanted to be, but I wanted to give this end of the semester post-break planning tip or public service announcement for students and parents and families who are supporting college students at the end of the semester. So I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Sending positive vibes, thoughts and vibes to all as we enter the what can I do to raise my grade season. So as after Thanksgiving break, we all had an opportunity to be with our families, with our friends, hang out, have fun. And for those students who did not use that break as an opportunity to catch up on some assignments, this is the time of the year where, it's real. Students are coming to the realization, if they haven't already, that there's only a limited amount of time remaining in the semester for them to get everything that needs to be done. Papers, assignments, exams for finals, studying for finals, missed work that wasn't completed before. I had a student come in today asking me, is it too late to turn in our missing assignments? And for me in my class, no, it's not too late. But for some classes, it may be too late. So today I wanted to talk about what can we do at this point of the semester when students are, struggling to finish out the end of the year and, hopefully pull up some grades end of the semester on a good note, have a good final GPA, whether it be to keep that scholarship, whether it be to get into a program, whether it be to stay in your program. There's a lot that can be at stake. So that's be my tip. Like, realize what is at stake